This episode's a little different from my usual sci-fi stuff. While digging through Reddit and conspiracy Twitter, I found a story too wild to ignore. Scientists, Antarctica, a buried alien vessel with something still inside. Real? Who knows? But it's one hell of a story. Like, sub, and let's dive in. I always thought the cold would kill me, not whatever the hell was waiting beneath the Larsen ice shelf. My name's Dyer, geophysicist, third season out here, embedded with a multinational climate team drilling for ancient core samples. It was supposed to be routine, long days logging ice data, arguing over glacier stratification, sleeping 4 hours at a time in a freezing steel box. Nothing ever happened here, until it did. It started with the seismics. Every Tuesday, I'd run a pulse scan through the ice sheet, a standard procedure to detect meltwater cavities. But 3 weeks ago, the pulses came back off. Not noise, a pattern, a rhythmic, mechanical thump, like a heartbeat, slow, steady, and buried exactly 813 meters below the surface. The team thought it was equipment feedback. I knew it wasn't. I repeated the test 5 times, same result, identical pacing, identical location. So I lied. I told the lead scientist I needed to test a suspected void, and I had the drilling crew shift operations to Site Echo. Took 2 days to punch through. What we hit wasn't a void. It was solid, but too warm. The thermals on the drill head specting 14 degrees Celsius. Impossible. The ice down there should have been negative 40. That's when the drill stopped. Not jammed, just stopped. Dead quiet, no vibration, no resistance. I pulled the core, it came out sheared flat, like the bit had been sliced clean, no shatter, no cracks. And at the end of the core, metal, or something like it. Smooth, black, and flecked with iridescence, like oil trapped in obsidian. We took a sample. It melted the collection tray, no joke. That night, the generator failed. Not from ice buildup or diesel gelling, just nothing. Lights out, comms out, heat out. We huddled in the med cabin under thermal blankets, thinking it was just bad luck. But then Archer, our engineer, said she saw lights moving out on the ice. Not headlights, blue, flickering, like flares underwater. I thought she was delirious. Until I saw them too. 5 of them. Perfectly spaced. Moving in a slow arc around Site Echo, pulsing faintly beneath the snow like something alive was breathing underneath us. I didn't sleep. I sat in the snow with a flare gun in one hand and my seismograph in the other, and I swear to you, every time those lights flared, the heartbeat on the graph grew stronger, louder, closer. I told the team we needed to leave, but by then it was already too late, because something under the ice had already started waking up. By morning, 2 team members were gone. No footprints, no blood. Just open tent flaps and silence. Archer was one of them. The other was Gillespie, our comms tech. We searched the entire site, even used the thermal drone. Nothing. Not even body heat under the snow. That's when I noticed something strange. Site Echo's snow pit hadn't been touched since the storm. No fresh powder. But the snow was compressed. Perfect concentric rings, like the ground had been breathing. I didn't tell the others. They were already fraying. Havel, the medic, wouldn't stop shaking. Kramer hadn't spoken in hours. Only Devine, our glaciologist, stayed focused. He kept poring over the scan data from beneath the structure. It's not metal, he told me. It's older than metal, and it's growing. Growing. That word stuck to the back of my throat like frostbite. That night, I found Devine in the drill tent, staring at the core sample under magnification. He didn't notice me at first. He was whispering something, repeating it. I leaned in. He was muttering a series of tones. 5 notes, over and over. I asked him what the hell he was doing, and he looked at me with eyes like cracked glass and said, "It's not a structure, it's a receiver." Then he collapsed. We never got to ask him what that meant. His body seized up mid-sentence. No warning. We radioed base camp. Dead signal. Every channel. Even satellite. We were sealed in. 4 left now. Me, Kramer, Havel, and Garcia. We agreed to pack up and leave at first light. But something beat us to it. Around 3 a.m. the lights came back. Brighter. Closer. They formed a perfect ring around the site. The wind died. Everything dead still. The snow around Site Echo began to drop, like a sinkhole. Not sudden, slow, precise, revealing more of the surface beneath. Not black this time, blue, glowing with lines, etchings, pulsing in rhythm. Then came the sound, not in the air, in our bones. A deep, low hum that didn't pass through the ears. It bypassed them. Went straight into the skull. I dropped to my knees. Garcia screamed. Kramer ran. I never saw where he went. He just vanished into the white. And I think Havel was already gone. The next time I opened my eyes, I was inside the med cabin. Alone. Power was back, lights on, coffee still warm. And sitting on the cot across from me was the recorder. Divine's. The one he kept on him always. I hit play. His voice was calm. Too calm. He said, "If you're hearing this, they let you live. That means they want you to tell others." It wasn't a machine. It wasn't a ship. It was a signal. They didn't come from space. They were always here, under the ice, listening. And now they know we can hear them too. I sat there for a long time. Then I walked outside. Every tent was untouched. Every trace of my Keem was gone. Only one thing remained, etched into the snow, too precise to be wind or melt. 5 symbols, glowing faintly, and one word beneath them, English this time. Remember. That's the story. Real? Hoax? I'll let you decide. But if you want more like this, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you in the next one.